A man will step into success in his life when he begins to operate not out of a place of interest, but when he moves into an identity in a place of commitment. It doesn't matter what area of life you're trying to improve on or you're trying to hit a goal. The only reason as to why you have not reached it yet is because you are not committed. The reason you don't have the body that you say you want is because you are not committed to putting the things in your mouth and not putting the things in your mouth that need to be done. And you're not committed to following the workout plan that you know needs to get done. The reason why you don't have the relationship and connection and intimacy with your wife is because you are not committed to being the man that she desires to have that level of connection and intimacy with. And the reason why you're still struggling with pornography is because every time you say you want to quit, you say it from a place of interest. I'm interested in what it could be like to not look at porn. I'm interested. I only hope and wish that I could not continue to relapse. Those are statements out of interest, not out of commitment. I see it every single day. And every single week, I have conversations with men that DM me on Instagram, that send emails, that fill out questionnaires, that join us on our consultation calls. They'll say, Frank, I've been trying to overcome this for a year, for 5 years. I've been in and out of recovery programs for a decade plus. And I'll ask them many times, what steps did they actually take? And I can tell you, after thousands of conversations with men over the last 5 years, most men think that trying to quit is an actually commitment to walking in freedom. Trying to quit without actually changing your life, trying to quit without changing your behaviors, trying to quit without changing your environment, trying to quit without learning the necessary skills that are needed is interest, not commitment. We've helped over 1,600 men here at The Rebuilt Man conquer their porn addiction, rebuild their lives, reclaim masculinity in their being, and step into a porn-free life. And the only thing that separates those men from you, if you're watching or listening right now and stuck, is those men made a choice. They made a choice to commit themselves to doing what was necessary and becoming the man that they know they need to be. So today I want to give you 5 things that if you commit to for the next 90 days, I will 99.9% guarantee that if you committed to this 100%, that's not a deviation at all. A commitment to everything that I'm about to share with you, these 5 simple things. If you have what it takes and you really want this, you would be willing to do this. Are you willing to sacrifice your ego? Are you willing to sacrifice the next 3 months of your life and follow some simple things? This is not a program. This is not a course. This is not worksheets. Brother, this is 5 little tiny things that I guarantee 99.9%, and I can't say 100%, but 99.9%. And here's why I know that this works. Because the men that come into our program are the men that commit to this. And we have over a 90% success rate in our program. So it works. 5 things. 5 things that if you're struggling right now, you can commit to in the next 90 days if you truly want to operate and walk in freedom. Number 1 is commit to no longer hitting snooze. When your alarm clock goes off and when the time comes that you said you were going to get up and start your day, start your day. Now, many of you may not struggle with this, and I understand it, but a vast majority of you do. I think I saw a stat that somewhere between 40 to 50% of adults snooze multiple times. So it's a very common thing for a grown adult to hit the snooze button. It is a very common thing for a grown man to break his first commitment with himself every single day. What does that mean, break your first commitment? Well, you set the alarm clock, and that alarm clock was a signal that that was a time that you were committed to starting your day. And when you don't commit and follow through on that first thing of the day, not being committed to everything else becomes a whole lot easier. So for the next 90 days, you could commit to not hitting snooze and starting your day when you told yourself you're going to start your day. You'll be 1/5 of the way to walking in freedom. Number 2, for the next 90 days, commit to not taking your phone into the bedroom and into the bathroom. But Frank, what do you mean? Commit for the next 90 days to not take your mobile device, your smartphone, the thing that you use to call, text, browse the internet, and scroll social media, commit to not taking that into your bedroom. But Frank, how am I going to talk? It doesn't matter. Are you committed or are you interested? You know, it's interesting that there's so much pushback from grown men when I ask them to not take their phone into the bedroom. 25 years ago, this would have never even come up. We are so conditioned, though, in today's society that we need to be attached at the hip to our phone. If you really want it, if you truly are committed to being a free man, you would understand that this simple thing can radically change your life. It's been 6 years since I've taken my phone into my bedroom, and it is one of the greatest things that I did to reclaim control and peace in my life. My bedroom is for sleeping. My phone doesn't help me sleep. Commit for the next 90 days to not taking your phone into the bedroom and into the bathroom. Number 3, commit to every single day for the next 90 days to spend time journaling your thoughts. Ideally, this is done at the end of the day in a reflection type of positioning. Reflect on the day. Reflect on the things that went well. Reflect on the things that did not go well. Reward and acknowledge and compliment yourself for walking in integrity. But find the areas in your day that need improvement. Where were you triggered? Where did feelings and emotions start to come up? For the next 90 days, you could spend 5 to 10 minutes in your thoughts. Think of how much more you would understand about yourself. You don't know why you struggle with porn because you don't know yourself. Think about that. You've spent every waking day with yourself for the entirety of your life, and you don't understand a single thing about the person that you are. Journal, learn, grow, evolve. It's the only way to understand ourselves is to spend time in our thoughts. If you can commit to journaling for the next 90 days, brother, I will tell you it will radically transform and change your life. Number 4 here. This is going to be the most difficult one for many of you. The next one is going to be the hardest for the most of you. But this one's going to be hard. Commit to every day doing one random act of kindness for another person. You're selfish. All you care about is you. There's a world around you of people that need your help, that want your help, that want to be connected with you. But you're so caught up in your own life. You're so caught up in your own struggles. You're so caught up in your own desires that you don't realize that your happiness and fulfillment is going to be found in showing up and serving others. What's a random act of kindness? It could be a simple text message to somebody that you haven't spoken to in a decade. It could be paying for the person's coffee in the drive-thru. It could be taking food to a homeless person. It could be simply holding the door for the old woman as you enter into the grocery store and acknowledging her and complimenting her and wishing her a good day. Random act kindness. What is something kind? Do it for another person. Do it every day. Commit to it. 4 of them. Stop hitting snooze. Leave your phone out of your bedroom and out of the bathroom for 90 days. Commit to journaling and understanding yourself. Commit to showing up and serving random acts of kindness to strangers. And brother, number 5, this one's going to sting many of you. Commit to becoming the man that God put you here to be physically. Commit in the next 90 days to getting in the absolute best shape that you can in those 90 days. That means following a structured meal plan, not intuitive eating and I'm going to intermittent fast. No, these are the calories that I need to eat. These are the macros that I need to eat, and I'm going to commit to doing it 100%. Get a training program. Go on the internet and get something for free if you don't have the means to hire a coach. But follow a plan. If it's 4 days a week, work out 4 days a week. But see, most of you are walking around in mediocre, subpar, or oftentimes very depressing shape. Real talk. And when you see yourself every single day, because we all look in mirrors every single day, the reflection looking back to you is that of a man that doesn't care. One that's less than. If you're fat, overweight, unkept, unshaven, wrinkly clothes, you're signaling to yourself that you don't value yourself, that you don't care about yourself, that you don't love yourself. Discipline is the highest form of self-love. Discipline in our body is a reminder on a daily basis that we care, that we're willing to do what it takes to become the best version of ourselves. No man has the right in this life to be an amateur in his physical fitness. Socrates, 2,500 years ago, said it, and it still rings true today. Brother, if you didn't do anything other than in the next 90 days, commit to getting your fat ass in shape, your life would change. And if you don't believe me, test it. Test it. See, most of you are interested in what Frank has to say, but you're looking for the gap in this. I've done this long enough to know what the hell I'm talking about. I've done this long enough to know the blueprint. Most of you just don't want it enough. You would rather stay where you are. Because freedom comes with work. Freedom comes with responsibilities. Freedom comes with looking yourself in the mirror and saying, you're not good enough right now. You need to do this. 5 things, brother. Are you committed? Are you committed, or are you simply interested? Are you going to show up next week and listen to more episodes? Are you going to go on YouTube and download more videos? Are you going to go on the forums and read more articles? Stop looking for more information and start taking action on the shit you already know needs to get done. Commit. Commit. Commit to yourself. Commit to your future. Commit to a life of freedom. 5 things, brother. I know most of you aren't going to do anything with it, and that's okay. I'm committed to standing up here every single day and delivering this message. I'm committed to showing up every single day for the small percentage of you that actually want it. I'm committed every day to continuing to become the man that God has called me to be. I'm committed every single day to building the #1 movement in the world to help men reclaim, rebuild, and reshape their lives into the lives that God is calling them to live. That's my commitment. If I can do this, you can do these. 5 things, brother. 5 things. Guys, if you want some help, some support, if you want to be around a group of men, a community of men that are all committed to this life, visit skool.com, skool.com/reboot your life. We'll give you a free week inside our program to test it out. But like I said, most of you aren't going to do anything with this, and I get it. I've done it long enough to know that there's 1% of you out there that is actually doing this. And that's what drives me. You guys that do take action are the ones that I show up. The ones that just watch, listen, consume, and then don't change, I'll continue to do this. But I'm getting further and further away from caring. I'm going to continue because I'm committed, and I know you're not. But for the small percentage of you that are, I love you guys, and I cannot wait in 3 months to hear those messages, to receive those emails, to get those videos from you guys, that I finally took action. Guys, get out there, take control, reclaim back your life. We'll see you on the other side.